Shakuras Plateau is an interesting map. It was originally designed for 2 vs 2, and that kind of explains its structure a little bit, and it's gone through many revisions. It originally replaced Kulas Ravine on the 1v1 ladder in October of 2010. It has 4 corners, each one with their own 3-base cluster, and then 2 contested mineral lines outside of those 3. The third in each cluster is quite isolated from the other 2 bases compared to modern maps. Remember, if you spawn on the bottom left, your opponent cannot spawn in the top left. They can only spawn on the opposite side of the map, but they can spawn in either location. So you could get, an entirely bottom-centric game, or you could have top left versus bottom right. You can never have both players on the left-hand side or have both players on the right-hand side. The main path connecting these base clusters is a shared corridor with quite a few ledges. These ledges are very vulnerable to tanks being parked up there, widow mines, anything ranged against non-ranged units. Zerg in particular, early game, will have some issues with that, and widow mines up there as well could really be devastating to Mutalisks. However, Mutalisks and other air play can be very good, as there's a lot of airspace behind the main and natural that can be exploited, just bounce from base to base to base. Parking in the shared corridor allows one to execute multi-pronged harassment, including drops, while slowly aggressing towards your opponent. You can actually siege your opponent from very close to the Xel'Naga towers here if they do have that third base in the cluster. A lot of times the Zerg players will, instead of taking the third closer to the shared corridor, will just go to the unoccupied side of their map and take a more isolated base, but one that can't be sieged quite so easily. However, this is a hard map to hold a third, as both have their faults.